Lizard.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we have set 20, teaser trailer number 3 that we're going to watch live. And then after that, we're going to be playing some Valda games. We talked a little bit last night about the different decks that I'm considering for Pro Tour Las Vegas. And Valda was on the list, so I figured it would be fun to play tonight and see how it feels. Just kind of, it's been a while since I played Valda, at least on stream anyway. I've been playing a little bit, testing for the PT. So it's been a little bit since I played Valda on the stream, but I figured it'd be fun. It's been a minute. Thought it'd be a good time. Mekado, Ironside, Monster, Dave, Bringe, Top It. What is up, everybody? Thanks for being here. What is going on? Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. I have really settled into this early stream schedule on Tuesdays. Mostly so that I can be at the team meeting and stuff like that at 9 o'clock. Like we have team meetings every Tuesday, but also it works out really well. Just I don't know, being able to going live a little bit earlier just works out. I don't know. There's just something nice about it because we've also moved podcast recording to Tuesday, so it feels like there is a lot. Feels like there's a lot of things to get done on Tuesday. So getting started early is pretty nice. Cree, Electrum, Colloid. I really hope I said that right. Jay, yo, what's up, guys? How is everybody? I'm driving to work. It's a bad day. Oh, Bringe, I'm sorry. I hate you're driving to work. Valda is what I'm rotating to now that Victor is gone. I've been having a lot of fun playing Valda. How was the poster? I I have yet to pass the poster. Victor is still hanging out inside of me, after last night. I'm glad you all enjoyed the short. I had some fun editing that on my lunch break and putting that together for you guys. I had some fun putting all that together for you guys on my lunch break. So, predicting now, it's an all demon shadow set. Chain, unalives, and the demons are the heroes. Ooh, that could be interesting. But mostly because of my health conditions. Jay, I'm sorry to hear that your health's not doing well. If you don't want to talk about it too much, you can always DM me, but I hope everything's well.
Let's freaking
The more earlier you start, the less my sleep suffers. Well, Dave, I'm glad I could help your schedule. Glad I could help you out. Because normally, like before I stream, it's normally about 7 o'clock Eastern time is when I go live normally, but about 5:45 today. And I spend that time with Carly before I stream, but Tuesdays is just kind of like I just kind of like come home, like say hi really quick, and then it is immediately run right into streaming and team meeting and everything else. So Encore 2137, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate that. Guys, don't forget, if you're here for the first time, we got 3 questions for you. Those questions are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourself. Despite Victor reaching LL, I would say overall I'm happy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sad that Victor LL'd because I love playing Victor. But I think it's a good thing for the meta and that the meta is shaking up. You really get a chance. I think at Vegas, we're really going to get a chance to see some out of maybe a little bit off radar deck show up. I think you can expect to see a lot more Jarl. There's probably going to be a good amount of Acilio at Pro Tour Las Vegas. Syndra could probably be a little bit more popular. So Aggro eats the poster. He got that horse in him. That's right. Got that horse in me. That's funny. Usually I would feel bittersweet, but I think Victor has had a fantastic run, and this feels right. Yeah, actually, Electrum, I really agree with that. Victor came out, heavy hitters dropped in, February of 2024. So it's been, about 2.5 years is how long Victor's been legal, and Victor's had a lot of ups and downs in the meta. So, Victor going out in a position where he was doing well, I think it's good. I think it's good to see that. I think it's a good way for Victor to leave. Exit stage right, I think. Yo, Philip, what's up, dude? I'm so excited for the new teaser video. I missed the teaser last week. I mean, I watched it, don't get me wrong, but I missed it because I was at the Dominican Republic. And so now being back, I'm excited to, get into that rhythm and see it again. Hecto, what's up? Rose said, and now I'm on YouTube. I do think it's funny seeing you guys bounce around and doing stuff. It is always really interesting to see. Because, some people chat on YouTube, some people chat on Twitch. So either way, I'm always happy you guys are here. It means a lot. I appreciate it. I personally felt like he was never toxic, but I realize there's probably some differing opinions. I think there's a lot of people, if you were a Dorinthia player, I think, you hated Victor with the fiery passion of 1,000 Suns. And obviously people felt differently about it, but I get it. Victor never felt like this crazy toxic deck or crazy powerful deck. He was just always strong and just kind of hung out in the meta. Now, Bringe's defense, 31 overpower was crazy. Yo, what's up, Ian? I am also excited for the trailer. I need Fire Cinder to win the PT, so they LL for Kansas City. Got hotels booked for Kansas City. Oh, nice. Nice, dude. I have yet to book anything for Kansas City. I need to do that. How was the vacation? Vacation was really good. Carly and I went to an all-inclusive resort in the Dominican Republic. And it was great. Good food, good vibe. Had a spa day where we went and got massages and did some hydrotherapy stuff, and then laid on the beach and just drank good drinks and ate good food the entire time we were there. So it was good. We had a fun time. It was a very nice refresh right before Vegas, I feel like, for me. Loquacious, what's up? Victor felt good but not broken. I agree. I think the only thing Victor ever did that was grim was 100% on Remembrance. Oh, yeah. I could not agree more, Ian. Like, the fact that you could play Visit Goldmane Estate 12 times, meaning that your, like, in-game loop was basically unbeatable, was crazy. I mean, it was funny because for a long time, I feel like Victor didn't play Remembrance because we were like, oh, we don't need it. And then, like, I don't know. It turned out to be very powerful if you could cast Goldmane Estate 9 to 12 times in a game, you know? It's crazy. Hecto, thank you so much for becoming a member over on YouTube. Blaze Battalion, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Means a lot. Thank you. Going to try and be here for the teaser. 6 p.m. is my morning meeting time. Well, I'm hopeful that it'll start right on time and you'll be able to catch the video. Yo, what's up, Gage? Can't wait to see Chain dunk on Balagor. I'm very excited to see this trailer. Starting at 2 minutes, I'll flip it over here in just a minute so that everybody can see it. Glad I got back from Armory in time to see this. Oh, I bet. Oh, Test of Iron Grip will continue to see play. I completely agree, Jonathan. I am slightly convinced that there is a Bravo build that will play something like Test of Vigor, Test of Iron Grip, and Pummels as its 9 misses, and then it's just going to play straight gas and like play those cards. I haven't got to see it. I haven't got to try and build it yet because Valda might just slightly be better. But that's been what I've been thinking so far. That's what I'm thinking so far. So yeah, Bringe got the. I sent 31 overpower at Bringe at a ProQuest or an RTN. I think it was a ProQuest, but I can't remember. I'm going to full screen it when it starts. I have no way to full screen it before it starts, but I will full screen it, I promise. Here, let me close out chat. We'll get rid of chat and then we will get it going, I promise. Damien run lots of misses against decks with full attacks. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, Damien's a very good player and I would never take away from that. But I think Damien is a psycho for playing that many misses in decks. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that he does that, if I'm being honest. Feels very not great. Dot, what's up, dude? Bro drove 3 hours to ruin my day. Listen, we got to play. We had a good time, right? Yo, what's up, Chris? How are you, brother? 30 seconds! Oh, I'm so excited. Don't forget, after the video, we're going to talk about the video and then we're going to play Valda.
Now, Ursa, that should hold. It is beautiful. This pain, this power. Our predecessors were too weak to harness it. The hunger of the old ones. Even in death, it feeds. With such strength, we can extinguish their Aesir. We can free Solana. I can free everyone. Ursa, what keeps you? Do I sense fear? Come, this was always the answer. Open. Ah, of course. Who else could I have? No.
All right, so there are some things to unpack there. There are some things to unpack. One, what in the heck is Chain and Ursa scared of? Like, brother, what? Two, he said free Solana, right? Like, aren't normally the light heroes trying to free Solana? Did I miss that? Hang on. I'm going to turn it up a little bit and we're going to watch it again. We're going to watch it again.
Now, Ursa, that should hold. It is beautiful. This pain, this power. Our predecessors were too weak to harness it. The hunger of the old ones. Even in death, it feeds. With such strength, we can extinguish their Aesir. We can free Solana. I can free everyone. Ursa, what keeps you? Do I sense fear? Come, this was always the answer. Open. Ah, of course. Who else could I have?
Okay, so it's confirmed Chain is a good guy. Okay, now here's the question. Was Chain already dead, and is he a necromancer now? Is Chain now a necromancer, and he's harnessing the power of the old ones? I mean, not to, you know, like, every way of, like, there's a quote from the movie Cinderella Man. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Cinderella Man. It's a boxing movie with Russell Crowe. But he says, every way of man is right in his own eyes. And that's kind of how it feels like Chain sees himself as a good guy, even though Chain may not be a good guy. Someone go get DM Armado. We need a translation. Oh, dude, Ian, Cinderella Man's a banger movie. I would say I would message him and ask, but the last time I messaged Steven, he did not respond to me. So I don't know if, like, he doesn't like me anymore or what happened, but I don't know. So I can't really ask him. If one of you guys want to ask him, I'm sure he'll answer you. But yeah, like, everyone thinks they're their own hero. Like, everyone thinks they're their own hero. I'm straight glorping in right now. What? Yeah, no, Steven is live right now. Like, I think, yeah, Steven is definitely live. He's been streaming all this stuff. That was actually one of the things I reached out to him about him. Because I was reaching out telling me, like, that I thought it was cool that he was streaming this stuff. That I liked more content being out there. Twice. We're going to be playing Valda. I promise we're playing Valda. But right now we're talking about the trailer. So I'm interpreting this as Bringe, thanks for hanging out, man. Have a good night. I'm interpreting all of this as though Chain is coming back as a necromancer, and Chain is harnessing the power of the old ones, which makes me wonder, is there a, like, would it be lore accurate? And I ask this as someone who knows very little about the lore. Would it be lore accurate for us to get, like, shadow, like, necromancer old one allies? You know, because we have like the Mastery Pack Guardian old ones cards, right? But like they're dead, so it's like, are we gonna get them as allies? As demons or something this time around? They killed Chain in the War, they don't need to make a new chain. I mean, it would be the same chain, right? Please, no more permanents. I mean, don't get me wrong, Encore. I feel the same way. That's that's Prism behind the gates? Ooh, Matt, that's interesting. I like that. I hadn't thought about that. Shadow Necromancer I could see. Would be interesting. Would be funny if they followed Chain's journey through these trailers and he gets like slimed in the slimed. You mean killed, Z? You mean killed? Is that what you mean? I just want to make sure I understood what you were saying. Give me Viscerai? Okay, first off, it was pretty clear Prism was going to be in this set, right? Felt pretty straightforward that Prism would be in the set, I think. Like, Prism might be behind the door. I do hope there's a Viscerai in this set. That would be cool. Yo, let's go, Chris, with the 6 months over on Twitch. Chris, thank you so much for the 6 months. I appreciate that. I just missed a big hydrate from Bringe. We got a big hydrate here. OGs remember when I didn't have the filters on my mic in OBS and you could hear me drinking the water. It's been a while, but it's been a while. Yeah, I think Viscerai is going to be in this set in some capacity. Yo, what's up, Annabelle? He's trying to kill an Aesir. I wonder if it's someone he knows. It could be. Imagine if you banish minions from the graveyard of the Shadow Necromancer and they just play the minions from banished anyway. Please no, Chow. Please, let's not do that. That sounds awful. Please no. Hey, Annabelle, let's go with the 15 months. Annabelle, thank you so much for the 15 months over on Twitch. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you. Steve, what's up, dude? Valda's story that released alongside MPG revealed Jarl is no longer frozen and he is chasing down some of the remaining old ones that aren't directly confirmed to be demons. Ooh, interesting. Man, if they make Prism 3.0 like an illusionist, a shadow, and a necromancer, I might just like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't forget a big hydrate. We did big hydrate. It was 4 minutes ago. It was 4 minutes ago. I remember being in a call with you and forced to listen to you gulp down a glass. Now, Trent, that's like a real throwback, dude. I guess it's Shadow Runeblade, Shadow Necro, Shadow Wizard as an opposite to Omens. Oh, that would be cool. Pilfer was actually meant to enable the Shadow Necromancer. It all makes sense now. Oh, God, Loquacious, please, no. Letters? What letters? Asombroso. I like that name. Calciton Asombroso. What a cool name. What letters are we talking about? Shadow Necromancer needs token 1 health swarm summons. I need to give them anaphylactic shock. Is Pilfer the Tomb expensive? Are Pilfers expensive? Oh, yeah, I think he knows the person behind the door. I agree, Dot. I agree. Can you see the link I sent? Hang on. Let me... I have to copy... I have to find a way to, like, get the... Oh, Letters from the Beyond? I have not read these Letters from the Beyond. Do you guys want to read these? No, I just want to... How did I do this the other day? I did this the other day where I was able to get it out of Twitch chat because chat that it does. Hmm. Yeah, Jay, can you DM me the link? Because the one that comes through Twitch chat does not. It doesn't save like any of my dark mode stuff. It doesn't log me into the letter. Like it doesn't log me in. I just want to like. Hang on. It looks like I can probably find it on the website. Let me pull up the website really quick and we'll see if we can find it. Because I'd be down to read it. I've not seen these letters. Flesh and Blood's website is like crashing, it looks like. News. I think you can search once you get inside of news. Oh, letters from the beyond. It says July 8th, which is tomorrow. So I'm a little surprised. Come on now. You're fine. You're fine. All right, let's read the letters because I'm intrigued to see what this is. I've not seen this yet. Really hope they make Shadow Necro. It'll be gate kept by gate token generation. Mastery Pack Ranger. We haven't even seen all of Mastery Pack Warrior yet. I mean, come on now. Yeah, listen, I feel like you guys think I'm illiterate. I mean, to be fair, like sometimes I do struggle with, reading things out loud per se. So, anyway. Oh, it's written to people. Interesting. Vincent, I write to you regarding the path I now walk. Take heed, for there may come a day when you step into my mantle within the Church of Pain. Observe and learn as I search Erathiel for the means to snuff out the light at its source. You know my dedication to researching the old ones, those beings who threaten to consume all of Wraith in the Third Age. There survives only fragmented records, but everything written about them suggests they were overwhelmingly powerful. Defeated only by the immense release of etheric energy that marked the ancients' sacrifice. Third Age Ether Strikes? I think that says Ether Strikes. Hinted at an outworld origin for the old ones, of them arriving from Elsuhir, of their otherworldly appearance. Ether Scribes. Okay. Oh, this was written by Chain. These are all written by Chain to Vincent, it looks like. If they indeed came from beyond our Aesir forged world, perhaps they brought with them some ineffable force with which we may smite Solana from existence. The what? The something evidence would suggest that they died at the time of the cataclysm, but even a sample of their dead flesh might seed an epiphany. I am preparing another expedition into the Shadow Realm in Erathiel with a sortie of our most capable disciples of pain. No, we leave on the morrow. Every traversal is fraught. So I record my research for posterity in Ursur's name. May it never come to that. Oh my god. Yeah, we're going to have to copy and paste into something else because I'm dying here. This is insane. Like, I don't know what text this is. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, I was like, it would take us all, it would take me all night. Hang on. 1 second. Let me like get a Word doc open and like copy and paste this into this because I like, bro, I'm dying trying to read this to you guys. Ah, I see. They tried to bring in the pictures that I grabbed and it's causing mayhem. Okay, so we have 3 letters. Hang on, let me zoom in a bunch so that we can. I really wish it wouldn't do this. Like, how much do I have to zoom in to get it on one thing? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Can I not full screen this? Okay, apparently I cannot full screen this. Sorry. You guys are stuck with this. Yeah, okay. All right, Vincent. We have been exploring for near 2 weeks, following previously mapped paths in search of undiscovered arteries coursing through the Shadow Realm. In that time, I have lost 3 of my disciples, ambushed by a pack of skinless, many-eyed demon dogs. As my remaining rune blades held the curs at bay, my patron lent me the power to invoke a flood of rune chants that destroyed the beast. The fact that they're literally making rune chants. Oh, you guys want me to zoom in more? No problem. I can do that. Much as you guys need me to. As in our bargain, Ursa fed upon the blood of the slain. And as we delve deeper into the Shadow Realm, I sense Ursa's thirst growing, satiated less and less by the blood that is spilled each time. I have not experienced that before in any part of Erathiel, but I believe I have already discovered the cause. On the stones and earth along our current path, we found a substance not unlike the black mold that grows in the monastery's shadow crypts. Yet, upon closer inspection, these black spots contain a warped microcosm. Along with shifting, scintillated light, there may be no nature in the Shadow Realm as we understand it, but this tainted substance was unnatural even to this place. Yeah, here we go. We began to see more of it, a strange light that would pierce the eye as it danced, shimmering waves of color emanating from its thickest patches. It formed a trail leading deeper into the Shadow Realm, and as we set off to follow it, I felt Ursa stir. I took it as further proof that I had indeed found something worthy of deeper investigation. Whilst tracking the corruption, we chanced upon a Shadow Realm walker. I have come across many of these huge, stilt-legged creatures before. They are slow to anger, stalking with a predatory grace over this desolate landscape, reminding me of the praying mantises I would capture and study as a boy in the Golden Fields. Excuse me. But this beast staggered as it walked, its earth-shaking footsteps uneven. That same foulness covered its chitinous? I'm going to be honest, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Its chitinous carapace. Its spiked ridges bent and twisted with fresh growths. The walker roared when it saw us, a sound I heard within my skull like 1,000 hungry insects consuming one another. Again, Ursa trembled. The intensity of the Imbra's reaction is nothing like I have felt before, Vincent. We are definitely on the right path. Kite in us. Kite in us. Thank you, Loquacious. I appreciate that. It charged us on those massive stumbling legs. From my disciples, I requested a sacrifice, and Kien volunteered without hesitation. I slit his throat, and with his gushing blood, I drew demigons from the ether to intercept the walker and tear it apart. After my demigons sank back into the shadows and Ursur had drunk his fill from Kien's corpse, I noticed some of the vile cladding on the walker's remains had slipped free to form a living effulgent puddle that crept away from the dead creature. We shall follow it. Chain. Yeah, Chain literally summoning things out of like the void is pretty cool. All right, the next letter. Vincent, I believe this creeping foulness has led us to the source of its corruption. It grew as it absorbed other patches of defilement in its path, slithering inexorably towards a mountain on the horizon. Even at that distance, I saw signs of deformity emanating from each slope, pulsing as if the entire mass was alive and breathing. Upon reaching the base, we found an opening, unsettling in its smooth, regular proportions that appeared to lead inside. As I stepped closer, Ursur recoiled. You well understand, Vincent, it takes exceptional power to excite an Imbra. A single slash of my flesh drew enough blood to allow me to shackle Ursur to my will, rendering his resistance futile. I picked out my 2 worthiest rune blades and commanded the rest to make the camp outside. Our etheric torches blazing, we delved into the gloom. The cave walls glinted with the same unnatural luminescence, like a thousand variegated. I'm going to go with variegated needles. The tunnel opened onto an interior hollow where a nest of young Shadow Realm walkers waited for their mother's return. Their hides were smeared with corruption, their forms altered from that of their Aesir original design. The true extent of the changes hidden by the shifting spectrums emanating from their weeping sores. The nestling walkers did not respond to our presence, perhaps rendered delirious by the foulness that covered their bodies. Peering upwards, I saw 2 sets of round orifices arranged in radial symmetry, the sky above visible through each hole. The configuration was similar, not a constellation or a chart of runes, but something I had noted in my studies. Vincent, it was then that I realized the formidable nature of that which incites Ursur's hesitancy. It was no mountain we stood within, but the skull of an old one. Its excited eyes watching the sky, the same illustrated in salvaged records from the Third Age. In the nest with the young walkers was a mound of meat and offal, gathered by their mother, no doubt. It, too, glinted with the scintillating light of corruption. I watched as one nestling tore at this pile of gore, feeding the corruption on its carapace, unduling and spreading with this act. Ancient writings on the old ones suggested a malleability, flesh reshaped with biomantic will. Even in death, this volition remains, reaching out to warp the creatures of the Shadow Realm. To properly study the old one's cranium, I needed to remove the nestling walkers. Requesting a blood sacrifice, my two disciples hesitated, each suggesting that the other one was the more suitable offering. As I'm sure you would have done in my place, I rendered both apart with Galaxy Black, then drawing upon their blood sacrifice, I reduced them to rune chants. I love the like play on words that they do here. Like I love how they like do this and like do the like reducing them to rune chants. Like I love that. I don't know. I like this. It's really cool. Yet when I opened my mouth to invoke my prey's destruction, I emitted such a deathly wail that the runic percussion shredded the creatures. Their carapaces shattered, and ichor splattered the nest as they disintegrated. Vincent, it was like nothing we have experienced in the monastery. I reveled in the immense violence at my beckoning. I believe it to be my proximity to the old one's remains that so intensified my incantation. I attempted to take a sample from the skull, cutting away a sliver of desiccated sinew and depositing it into a canister resting on the ground. The sample proved reactive. The canister's glass took on the strange property of the corruption. The suddenly volatile contents swelled and threatened to burst the vessel. I engraved a sigil of suffering upon the jar, which seemed to pacify the specimen. As I carried my prize towards the exit of the hollow, I became curious about the structure of the passageway's walls. Their rough and mottled texture. I used a rock to chip away at the area beside me. The wall crumbled at the blow, and another truth revealed itself. Talons, carapaces, bones, and skulls spilled forth. This mountain was formed from creatures consumed, bone and sinew quilted together, a gruesome reminder of what could be were I not the man I have strived to become. As I sit at the maw of the mountain and draft this letter, Ursur rages inside my mind. How such corruption could excite an Embra, I do not know, but it gives me pause. Still, he will calm in time, for everything I do is in service of the shadow. I love that the shadow is like their religion. I was not aware of that. Like, I was not aware that like that was like how they viewed things and did things. It's pretty cool though. Like I just think that's neat. All right, I think this is the last letter we have, and it looks like it's a short one. Vincent, my base camp has been ravaged, my rune blades slain before I return to the surface. Their bodies litter the ground, flesh smashed to pulp, and bones shattered to ruin. Colossal footprints lead away from the destruction, leaving a trail so contaminated by the same murk I hold in the specimen jar that I feel to compelled to pursue it. To bear such intensity of corruption, this creature must be one of baleful strength. Ursur whispers the name Balagor. What is this Balagor? Clearly titanic in proportion, corrupted. Logic dictates that the lair of this demon may harbor more secrets of the old ones. Step by step, I am closer to unlocking their power, the power perhaps to consume even the Aesir of Light. And so I write this last letter knowing that the answer to our endeavors lies ahead until we speak again, Vincent, in the flesh as the dusk gathers over the ruins of Solana. This is interesting. They are putting so much time into this set. They're putting so much time into this set. And don't get me wrong, like, this is really cool. I love that they like did like the letter and like the different like font is really cool. It was incredibly hard for me to read at times, but it's really cool, very thematic. They're putting a lot of time into this, and I really like that they're doing all of this. Like, I don't know. It's just really neat to see like how it's all coming together. They're just doing such a good job, I feel like. Just feels like they're just doing a really good job. I don't know. Like, I really hope this set is as cool as they've made it look. LSS ain't beating favoritism accusations. Oh, they never have. They never have. Martin, what's up, buddy? What if the Isira of Light is the thing the demon was protecting? Ooh, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. They've been building legitimately to a huge thing since Monarch, and a few of the elemental sets have been side building to it. I mean, obviously, like, Omens of the Third Age was, like, put into place where it was so that they could set up the, like, lore for this set. So, I'm just hoping more Shadow leads us to a Light Guardian. I would love to get a Light Guardian. Please let Victor 2 be a Light Guardian. I would lose my mind. If we get Victor 2 in this set, I don't know. We'll do something crazy on stream. I'll let you guys pick some crazy shit. Light Guardian sounds a lot like a cleric to me. Light Guardian, thank you. All right. Well, we have talked about the lore quite a bit, and I don't know. The video was cool. The trailer was fun. I'm excited to see what they drop at Vegas. Admittedly, I'll have to catch all of the stuff they drop after the concert. Carly and I are going to see the Backstreet Boys Thursday night in Vegas, so I'm going to have to catch all of it afterwards. But how about we talk about this Valda deck? We talked about it some last night and the idea of what we're up to, and I spent a little bit of time talking about it, but I really just want to, like, go over a few things, talk about the game plan and some cards for anybody who does not know. Now, this list comes to me from my teammate, Austin, who hooked me up with this list. Looking at the 50-card main deck, there were a couple of cards I was surprised to see. I think Blue Edge of Their Seats is a really good, like, blue filler. I don't know. Like, it fits in really well. I really like that. Being a blue that you can also fit into your, like, hero base as a buff is really cool to see. Because if it lines up on, like, a dominated Spinal or a dominated, like, put them in their place, that would be absolutely insane. That would be really cool. About to make all your opponents Malda. Yo, I love that, Drew. I absolutely love that. And then the other card that was a little surprised to see for me was Tension in the Air. I have been really impressed with this red Tension in the Air. Having this as a 2 of. So right now, we're on 5 pummels. I'm on 2 blues and I'm on 3 reds. And so having 5 pummels and 2 tensions in the air means that you can lead your opponent into a situation where they are worried about pummel and that, you know, like, what is coming next. And then you get to put tension in the air into play, and they might have messed up their entire turn, and you just get crazy value. So I think that this card fits really well into the deck. The one consideration I will say that I was thinking about was trying to play Rouse the Ancients and be on, like, a more aggressive blue list. Maybe not as many, like, tech blues, and then trying to play, like, Rouse the Ancients or something, but I don't know. We're gonna talk about Valhalla Riven in just a second. Top it. It's a very good card. It's getting ready. I'm getting ready to show it to you in my sideboard here in just a minute. I don't know if I can take a deck that plays blue pummel seriously. It's like Diet Pummel. Well, I will say, on a serious note, Steve, I am one of blue pummel's biggest haters, but it's felt really good so far. It's felt really, really good with the games that I've played, and I've used blue pummel very effectively. So I'm currently a believer in 2 of it right now. It's been better than I thought it was going to be. So, taking a look at the sideboard, we have a lot of interesting tech cards. The equipment, like, we're on AB3 to fill out the rest of, like, you know, Arcane Barrier. I'm also on Boots of Ominous Word for, like, Mario, Syndra, things like that. Balance of Justice is really good into a deck like Acilio. It's really good into a deck like Syndra, Thigh. It has multiple use. We are on quite a bit of gravy tech. The first one is we're on 3 copies of Pilfer the Tomb. Pilfer the Tomb, just being able to, like, snipe Whaler, snipe a Sawbones, snipe a Chum is really interesting. This is tech that I was kind of, like, sleeping on at first, but I need to test it a little bit more to see how it feels. But 3 copies of Pilfer the Tomb has seemed pretty good. So it seems like we're on a lot of gravy tech, but honestly, I really like having the sideboard slots for all of this stuff. One of copy of Blow for a Blow. I'm not entirely sold on this card. I've always kind of thought this card was like extra medium at best. So I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it. Batter to a Pulp. Very good gravy card. I'm debating if we can be on 3 Batter to a Pulp and 3 Pilfer the Tomb. Like maybe that might be good enough to be able to help us get some value that way. I don't know if it will be or not, but it's definitely something to consider. So just a Thursday night with the boys. Yo, Drew's in full form tonight. Rouse and Pulverize. Rouse and Pulverize could be really good. I should have pushed Crush. I see the vision with being on blues. So, Nick, that's kind of the idea, is that I think blue Pummel is really bad when you don't have access to Dominate pretty consistently. But being on Dominate pretty regularly, I think you're in a position where blue Pummel becomes better. Last night, when we took a look at this deck, we were playing the one that destroyed all the auras. If the old ones that are like the auras one, but I really, really like blinding of the old ones. I think that this one specifically turns off all of their hero. They lose all abilities. Their cards they own lose all abilities. So Sledge can't attack you. Titan's Fist can't attack you. It has text like Felling of the Crown. You can't decompose it. Like I don't know. I really think that blinding of the old ones is really good. It also has Heave, which means it fits into that cost curve really, really well sometimes, where you're able to set it up and keep it going. So I don't know. I think it's a pretty good card. It felt really good in this Jarl game I played earlier. Crash and Bash is one of the best 4 blocks we can play. It can help us set up our hero ability, plus it covers a breakpoint. So I don't know why we wouldn't play it. Valhai Riven. I think Toppet mentioned this card earlier. Valhai Riven is just really strong. It gives you extra dominates. You're basically playing like a 2-card version of Seismic Eruption is how I see this. Seismic Eruption doesn't block, but with Valhai Riven, you're getting the block trade-off with being able to make surges and still like set up that value for your hero ability. So I think Valhai Riven lines up well. Overswing has been interesting. I got to play Overswing and I got to attack with a dominated put them in their place earlier for 13. So this felt really good. I was able to heave this, and then I was able to play it, dominate, do the whole thing, and it just lined up really, really well. So I think Overswing is a lot better than most people might think. So with enough buffs and enough solid attack actions, I think we're in a pretty good place in the sideboard. There could be a consideration to maybe like change around the sideboard a little bit and maybe try to have like a more aggressive plan. I don't really know how well like being on Zealous Belting and things like that lines up inside of Volda. I would have to do some testing, and we don't have a ton of time for testing because Pro Tour is next week and it's Tuesday. I leave 8 days from now, so I don't know. Other than Gravy, what kind of heroes is Volda really worried about? I mean, I will say that I think you need to be like aware of decks that do not generate value for you. So, like, this is a tough matchup for Gravy Bones. Or I'm sorry, Gravy Bones is a tough matchup for us. Like decks like other Guardians that don't generate a lot of value, they don't draw cards to generate your hero text. Warrior is one that I think is interesting. It can be a very grindy matchup. Like I played a Hala earlier today that I lost to. So I don't know. It's interesting to see and to think about. And maybe we get to a point where if Gravy is not going to be very popular, we can like side out Pilfer the Tombs or something. What's up, Wally? I don't know. Ziggy does seem like a pretty tough matchup. Ziggy's probably one of the worst matchups. Batter to a Pulp can help a little bit with that. Damage not being able to be prevented can go a long way, but I don't know. Arachne? You mean Huntsman? I've not played against a Huntsman yet. I don't know. I've not played against a Huntsman yet. I have not played against a Huntsman yet, so I'm not sure what that matchup is like. If you're talking about Marionette, I think that matchup is slightly favored for us. I don't know. Like I think Marionette is probably favored for us, but am I concerned? No. If I'm being honest, I'm not concerned because I have multiple decks that I feel very comfortable with and that I have plans for all the matchups for. I'm still just trying to see what feels the best. And I'm testing so much Valda right now because I think there's a chance that Valda may be like a sneaky good pick coming into Pro Tour. I just have to play enough of it to make it feel that way. Actually, you know what? I need to pee, and instead of like forcing myself through a game and having to leave in the middle of a game, we're gonna take a small break here. Small break. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. 2 minutes, and when I come back, we're gonna play some Valda games. I'll be right back, guys.
Lizard.
Full access to roast me. You have another like 60. I guess you could say you have another 67 seconds. 6-7. Kyle requested 5 subs of water. Fucking weeb. It was not water. That was not water.
Here, have some water.
I was lied to. The lies. That scream just made Summer jump. Ian, please tell Summer I'm very sorry. What the fuck? We're gonna die? It was... Come on. Oh, T-Talks, I'm so good at this game.
Okay, small break. Let's play some games. Let's get ready to rumble. Get ready for this. I'm gonna start chanting Valda here in a minute. I'm gonna start chanting Valda here in a minute. Start going Valda, Valda, Valda. I think we want to go first in this matchup. I don't know. Good luck and have fun. This is probably a balanced matchup. Overswing. I would say we want our 4 blocks. Our sideboard is not set up very well to play against Rhinar. Heave. We probably don't want to bring in too many blocking cards just because they don't convert very well. We can try it like this and see what happens. I can't see it, but you're dancing. Well, listen, I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Let's see. Rhinar, and we are going first. First. So we're going to pitch to make a surge. We're going to play tension in the air. And honestly, I don't know if I want to filter or not. There's only 30 blues in the deck, so I think we'll just pass and just arsenal this. We can try to keep 2 blues and make something happen. Them intimming a blue is good. Draws 1 or more cards. Okay, yeah. So it's just... Oh, yeah. So we make 1 for each card they draw, which means this is automatically like keep a blue and ship this with dominate. And then we can try to arsenal something and do it again. For Sledge, I mean, it's not a bad idea. I could see that, Encore. You could talk me into that. Oh, adios mio. Oh, adios mio. They're not happy about that. So tell you what, let's go disable to make a new surge. And then we'll... Oh, come here, mouse. My mouse is disconnected for a second. Hang on. I promise we're here. I did consider playing Sledge. I did consider playing Sledge. The block cards do feel bad when they get intimidated. I agree, Liquacious. Okay, so their hand was not very good regardless. And then, yeah, we'll go blue. So right now, it's play this, have one floating, pummel, and then heave. Can I heave? Can I heave if this sits here? Should I block 3? Nah. Let's get aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. It's not a dress. It's a kilt. Sicko.
Lizard.
Yeah, I think I want to try and heave this. Oh, blocking with gloves would have made sense. Yeah. Hadn't even considered that, but that would have made sense. Yeah. Good catch, Jake. Good catch. Because blocking with gloves just makes this come in for 15 automatically. Meaning we're just going to get immediate value. Okay. Now, I would like to Valda first because we did not make a surge. So I want to get 3 value out of this. And then we can make this almost free. And then we're going to make them discard a card. So we make 3 surges. They discard a card to pummel. We're going to heave this. And then it's basically free. Or we block 3. Do I want to play the Spinal Crush this turn? What if we block 3, take 3, reveal the Spinal Crush. On the end of their turn, we play Leyline of the Old Ones. We play this for free. Play Seismic Eruption so that we get the value. Arsenal this and we can get value out of this. I think this is fine. Hey, Dalton, I appreciate that. I love stimming with my comfort streamer. Listen, I'm glad I could help. We could keep the Terrace under if we really wanted to get crazy and block with the shield, but I think I would just rather block where I can. We reveal this. They pass. We play this. Make a Seismic Surge. $10 Dominate with no text. Just 10 Dominate. How am I liking Valda overall? I mean, I really like Valda. She's a lot of fun. She's a really fun hero, and she does some pretty strong stuff, too. All right, so we make a surge there. We're going to make 3 more surges, go to 4. And then we're going to Arsenal this. Crash and Bash will make this free. And probably try to hang on to the pummel here. Well, depending on what they take. We now have 6. We can also get value out of balance. Aye. Dalton, I appreciate that. Losing Victor sucks, but we're We're doing what we can, you know? We're having a good time. I need them to not... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We don't have to block with anything now. Oh, adios mio. They have a pulping? We're going to block like this. We don't need to reveal anything. Don't want to draw... Wow. Oh my gosh, they're going crazy. Well, unfortunately, that many surges doesn't really do anything cool for us. I mean, we have a lot of armor to block with, and we were up like 30-9 coming into this turn, which is pretty good. Okay, so it's balance, draw a card, and then we're going to get to block 9. We're going to get to make a surge, attack for 9, and then heave this. We could just play it. Actually, we're going to get to attack for 10. Yo, what's up, Jack? Oh, dude, Valda's a blast. All right, so they had a really good turn. And they set up the rum for next turn, which means they basically, like, can't lose. They have go again no matter what. All right, do we want to play this or heave this? I mean, let's think about this for a second. This is 10, dominate, 3, 5, 7, 9. No, I'm sorry, 3, 5, 7. They take 3. This puts it up to 13, which means they block 3, 5, 7, 9. We guarantee we take go again away from them. Or we can just heave and set up for next turn, because we're guaranteed to have 3 surges at minimum. The teaser was really cool. We're definitely doing this. I guess 10 is fine, and we'll just heave this. Because that means that if this hits, which is, unless they have a 4 block in hand, which is possible, almost guaranteed, we just get to heave this, and then we make 1 from damage. So they go to 6, we can make a second surge, we go to the end step. We heave this. This is less than ideal. It's okay. So I think what we want to do is we're going to block with edge of their seats for value. Would I rather block with... I really want to do this and try to draw a card. I think we're going to block with edge for value. We're going to take 3. We're going to play tectonic instability. We're going to set up more surges. If we draw something that costs 6, we pitch eruption to play it, Arsenal Pummel pass. If we draw into something that costs 3 or 4, we rip it, play the eruption, Arsenal, or we could pummel it. I think this is fine. keeping the blue is like trying to set us up for something else. Like taking 6 down to 15 is something we could do, but it feels like a pretty loose play. We're also taking away their arsenal from them. I don't know if that's something they want or not. All right, so we make 3 surges. We're just going to swing for 4. I mean, technically, if they only block 2, we can just, like, kill them here. I'll just go ahead and play this. I don't want to get this ripped out of my hand. They did play around the pummel well. I mean, no blocks and die to pummel would be pretty cool for us. I mean, technically, I guess we're just going to get to see what we keep because we have 9 surges. They have 1 equipment block. Keeping the headbutt. Ay, 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 ay. They banished the sea legs. They have played a Splatter Skull. They pitched a Splatter Skull, and I don't remember what they pitched earlier. Which means I think blocking with these 2 cards to make sure we get value is fine. And they have to do 18 off of 3 cards on a Blood Rush turn. We're not blocking. I mean, they're just going to throw like Ball Breaker or something after this. Oh, shit. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Please? Please do not draw something crazy. This is scary fast. Yo, Michael, you're in Japan? That's awesome, dude. Oh, no, I was just saying you're in Japan. That's really cool. I really don't want to die to a Reckless Swing here. Humle for the dub. Ayo, GG's. Are they playing it? Yep, it was in that next hand. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, another resource would have killed me last turn. That is crazy. That was a crazy good game, but we take it. Confetti! Hooray! We win. All right. I will take that as a good start to the stream. Good start to the stream. All right. Let me take some notes here really quick about our game. We did get a win. Pretty solid start with back-to-back spec crush effects. Bob did not use equipment early to deny spec crush. Op needed 1 more resource for arms to kill me turn before lethal reckless was in their next hand. Okay. Well, that game was like a roller coaster of emotion. I mean, we were up and down all over the place. Like there was a lot there. Blow for a blow is gravy tech, yes. I think we want to go second in this matchup. It's time to see what Huntsman looks like. Somebody had mentioned how bad this matchup is for us. And honestly, I'm just really curious to see what Huntsman looks like. I think we want to just be on 65. Somebody tagged me in a Twitter post. Yo, Misty, GG's. That was a good game. That was a really close one. Oh, they left? The Valda Mirror? I guess we want to go second? I have no idea. Batter doesn't really matter. Crash and bash. Yeah, this seems fine. Hang on. What was I tagged in on Twitter? Yo, don't tell hang on. Everybody keeps leaving. I really hate when people do this shit. Like, if I have enough time to sit and talk about you sideboarding, like my sideboarding decisions, you could have decided to leave earlier. Like, I hate that shit. Look at this. What an amazing Twitter post. Don't tell at Agroblaze you're happy that Victor LL'd. Bro. Bro, what? That's so funny, dude. That is so funny. The internet is unmatched sometimes. The internet is unmatched sometimes. Huntsman is entirely dependent upon what they hit off your hunter hunted. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, I'm going to go first. Good luck and have fun, opponent. I am curious. Let's see. This is Hala. Hala. I have no idea how we want to sideboard in this matchup. I assume we want to dominate as much as possible. Yeah, I'm sure I said something hateful when... We're just going to play 61. I think batter... No, we probably want the heave. It's probably better. Let's try this and see how it goes. Make a seismic surge. Play seismic eruption. Block with Valhai Riven. Arsenal. Put them in their place. Seems pretty good. Are you still sure Mario's having a hard time after my friend crushed everyone at Polish Nats? I mean, Mario won like 4 nationals this past weekend, I think. Trounce for Hala. I wish. So we could play Solid Ground for free. Hitch Valhai Riven to this. We could also block with Valhai Riven and like make it interesting here. Hey, let's go. Carl becoming a member on YouTube. Thank you so much, Carl. I appreciate that. So I'm kind of thinking that we give the Solid Ground here because this is probably like a CNC follow-up or something. And then we could block with some equipment after this. Like, keeping the Valhai Riven in the deck for later in the game feels pretty good. And I know a lot of times they follow up with CNC nonsense when they do this. So just playing the Solid Ground feels fine here. I think Mario's have figured out a plan into the Omni Boots. Oh, really? mean, I'm definitely not going to say that I'm like crazy surprised or anything. Like, you know, good players always adapt. Makes sense. So they put us to 36. Do we want to IP the Crash and Bash? Or do we want to pitch these together? Truly don't know what we want to do here. It's an interesting decision. I think we can pitch these together and be okay. We can come in for 10 dominate, which hopefully tears through some equipment. Them not having an arsenal makes me feel good. And then we can... And then from here, we can just arsenal tension in the air and set up. The first time I clicked your stream, it was a video, not a stream. Wait, what? I feel like I have so many more... I feel like I have so many more streams than videos. Like, I would rather just be live than doing recorded content. Not that there's anything wrong with recorded content. It's just not for me, per se. So, if we wanted to get crazy and no block here, we could do some pretty cool stuff. I mean, it's a pretty good turn to no block. What if we decide to block with headbutt here? So I was thinking that we had the play of put promising terrain into play for value, but now I'm thinking that we can block with it, and then we can play tension in the air on our turn. Or on their turn. On our turn, it's going to be activate tech plating and heave, I think is the play. We also have an alternative line where we could keep the promising terrain. We could take 3 or whatever they buff it with, because it feels like there's buffs here. Yeah, I think this is fine. You had to refresh to make it a stream? That's interesting. I'm sorry it was weird, Ludiful. Hey, Delph, what's up, dude? They're a lot more D-React heavy. Not sure exactly what changes, but I've seen some running like 9 D-Reacts between traps and 0 for 4s. Interesting. Looks like I built this deck. I mean, this is very Luke-esque. I will say that. I will 100% say that. All right, so tension in the air ticks down to 1. We're going to heave this and we're going to set up. Starb activating their hero ability. Oh, the new teaser was cool. AD reacts. I mean, that makes sense. We're going to do it like this, knowing that I can block 6. Okay. Them drawing a card puts me on a 4th surge, meaning that we have the ability to activate tech plating next turn and still swing. Ten is, in fact, a big number. Expect to see Lyeth and Jarl at the PT? Why is that, Jake? Why would we expect to see Jarl and... I mean, Jarl makes sense, but I would be curious to like hear about Lyeth a little bit. I feel like they're trying to bait me into playing, like, doing something so that they can play CNC and get a lot of value. But I can't tell if they just genuinely had nothing to do or if they were trying to bait me. All right, so we get to attack for 14 dominate. And then, I mean, there's no text. It's just 14 dominate. And then we're going to play tension in the air and pass. Also a news article on the Fab website. It's a bunch of letters. Oh, we read that, Ember. We read that earlier. Jarl is the de facto best guardian, and I think people are cooking with Aggro Lyeth and Talk a Big Game. I mean, Jarl seems to be the #1 guardian that everyone has gravitated towards, like, for sure. It's a lot of armor. Okay. I mean, setting up more dominate is always good. We get to play this now. So them crowning and sinking set up our hero ability for next turn, which I really like. Block with Macho Grande. Throw Boulder Drop for free. Make a surge and heave this. Seems good. Oh, you have to play Jarl very differently now. I agree. I think there's a real argument that Valda could be considered the best Guardian right now. I'm not going to sit and say whether I think that's like... I don't think we're a little too early in the meta for me to sit here and say that anything is de facto best. But we could also just play this. I've been a really big fan of heaving it so that we can keep our hero ability going. Once you can start chaining these things together, it becomes easier. The Valda Shield Marvel is really clean. It looks really good. Okay, so they do not have a D-React in Arsenal. Oh my god, Rutro Raggy. Ryman Ranger. Oh, I added some new soundboards, by the way. Like that I thought would be... I added a new one that I thought would be fun. Anytime something bad happens, that will be what I'm playing from now on. I'm gonna say no blocks here and see what their follow-up is. That is what I was worried about. So the question is, do we just jam a bunch of armor in front and lose the overswing effect? They have no arsenal, and we could potentially play a pummel if we hit a blue off the top. I think it's correct to just like play this, and then since we're going to be losing that, we have to decide if we want to give up a Cranial Crush or not. We could give the Cranial Crush here. Like it. Let's walk through this. We block Cranial Crush, take 1 down to 24. So we're adding 3 points of defense. We are then playing the Leyline of the Old Ones and pitching the card we draw or pummel. We no longer have the opportunity to pummel them on put them in their place. If we do not block with Cranial Crush, we take an opportunity that we could pummel this. I think the life is worth it right now because we are basically guaranteed to push this crush effect through. We also have the tension in the air coming off of a suspense counter. So this is going to be 14. I think arseling to blue pummel is fine. We can play Leyline of the Old Ones. It's going to make us 2 surges, and we're going to be set up for later. Yeah, so when they say no blocks, we're going to play this. They're going to discard their hand. We're going to have 6 surges for next turn. They decide not to block with anything, and we arsenal to pummel. Play Cranial Crush for free. I think we're just going to double pummel Cranial Crush, if I'm being honest. My favorite cereal of all time, Oops, All Berries. The Captain Crunch version that is strictly berries is probably my favorite one of all time. Valda attacks the meta in a very different way than Jarl. Valda's very tempo-oriented, looking to swing big dominated attacks every turn. Jarl just wants to block and swing hammer. Completely agree. They are different decks entirely. Yeah, this is fine. Five? I mean, we could always block with Overswing instead of trying to play both the pummels. I mean, this is 8 dominate. I really like the idea of playing double pummel, though. So it's a little greedy, I think, but I think it's fine. Most memorable hot dog experience. Oh, you guys are hitting with some good questions. I really like these. My most memorable hot dog experience was probably with Damien at Pro Tour Yokohama. That fool dropping the hot dog and catching it out of midair in the video was hilarious. I've never seen anything like that. If you're playing Jarl like Oldham, you're doing it wrong. I mean, there's different ways to play Jarl, right? I think you can play Jarl like Oldham and it's fine. I just also think that you can play in aggressive ways as well. Like I don't think it's necessarily just I think saying that playing Oldham in a defensive fashion is wrong is just a very I don't know, it feels like a very narrow-minded take. I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest. Yeah, no blocks. Down to 10. We're gonna throw Spinal Crush for 9. Two Valhai Riven in one hand is not great, but it's better than us having like 3 reds. Do not drop the Glizzy. That's right. Tell them, Loquacious. Tell them. Also, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Appreciate you guys chilling while we are playing some Ivalde. We're going to lose the ley line this turn, which is a little unfortunate, but... We can't keep the whole hand. I mean, we can if we want to like jam a bunch of armor in front and pummel the disable and force them to have it. I think there is a version of Bravo that is playable. The only problem, Gary, is that I do not have the time to test it before PT. Hang on, this is weird. Hang on, I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to ignore you all for a second. This one's weird. We have 2 options. We block 5, take the secondary 5, move on with our life. Actually, we block 5, block with tech plating. Then the play on our turn is pitch solid ground to activate, tech plating, swing Titan's Fist for 4. Oh, actually, yeah, this is just 5, right? They don't have a flurry. I'm very glad you guys said that. So I think we can just do this. Yeah, no, good call. Good catch. Thank you, guys. We're just going to pummel the disable and force them to have it. It's 110% the plan. We're going to pummel this and force them to have it. Yo, Peterson with the 7 months over on Twitch. Peterson, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, in my head, the flurry's always there, which I think is just incorrect of me to think that way. But like, that's just like how I see it a lot of times. A lot of D-reacts in their deck they've not seen yet, right? Is it better to Arsenal Terra Sunder or make a Surge? I think it's better to make a Surge than it is to Arsenal Terra Sunder. I'm a big fan of Arsenal Terra Sunder. Was blocking incorrect there? Could we have just taken 3 down to 3 and then played Terra Sunder and swung 8, dominate? They block 5 and it's lethal? Yeah, all right. We just missed lethal because I was too blocking. Brained. Yep. We could have just won the game. It's my bad. I just completely missed lethal. It's my bad, guys. Yeah, we could undo, but I don't really want to. Like, I've already made that mistake. Haha, yeah, you might say you made a lethal mistake. That feels really accurate. Okay. So if this has 3 or more counters on it. All right, so we just get to block 5, play this effectively, and then just swing 10 back at them because they don't get to swing again. I was like, if we lose after I like made a lethal play mistake, that's gonna feel really bad. But I think that's one of the things that like I get a little bit too caught up in sometimes is I'm like protecting my life total. Like playing Guardian a lot has taught me that I need to protect my life total. I mean, let's just send it. I don't think they can cover this up. They said good game. We'll say it back. Love playing Grandeur of Valhalla. Just like that card a lot. 9 dominate should close it up. All right. Oh, we get a D-react. There it is. Yeah, they had a lot of D-reacts they did not see early. Okay. Game felt a lot cleaner. You can tell there was a little bit of an exchange where I took some life to be able to like try and crack back because I started winning the life total battle here. Now they did bring it back a little bit. I think that was mostly like my play down the stretch. Hooray! Confetti! We win. All right. Keep in mind, we gotta start looking for lethal more when I'm playing. All right, we played Hala. We went second. I'm pretty sure. Right? Or did we go first? I'm pretty sure we went second. We didn't get the win. I missed lethal late with Terra Sunder plus Boulder Drop. Needed to take 3 and swing 8, dominate back. Pay attention to Flurry token. They don't always have it and cannot swing twice without it. Okay. I think it's a good thing to note for us there. Couple of good notes, and we'll keep rolling here. All right. More Valda games. Let's roll. Yeah, Makolo, the game that we played earlier, I felt like it was a shellacking. You want to go first or second this matchup? I think we want to go second. I feel like we want to go second more often than not. Okay, Crash and Bash, Valhalla Riven, Overswing, 1 Blinding of the Old Gods. Okay, I'm curious to see how this matchup goes, because this is one of the matchups that scares me. This is one of the matchups that scares me. We're just gonna call this 141. So this is I think just blocking with disable is fine. We can put edge of their seats into play here. Probably supposed to block with the crash and bash first so that I can get the value. But I was more worried about blocking effectively after like a what's it called, Blade Runner. Yo, what's up, Flamoria? How are you, buddy? We are in fact becoming Valda believers. I'm enjoying the deck a lot. It's a lot of fun. No, thank you. I am completely content with just letting that go like that. All right, so we have one Surge. We're not exactly doing anything crazy. Do we want to Arsenal disable? I feel like Arsenaling disable and just setting up is a good place to be. So we can make a new Surge, swing for 7, and then if nothing else, we always have Cop to bail us out. What is this Goober version? It's a very unkind thing to send as your third message, I suppose. But I'm open to hearing you. Why is the deck that I am playing a Goober version of the deck? I'll like walk me through it. You wanted me to play Promising Terrain there instead of Arsenal to disable to set up? I mean, there is no on-hit effect here. Because a Goober is piling it, I mean... We don't know that she's going to draw cards, though, right? Like, there's no guarantee. Could just be a waste of a card. I feel like this hand is pretty good. It lines up well so far to be able to disable and then heave the overswing. So I think we're okay to just go ahead and give up the cop here, cycle away our arsenal, and find something else to do, maybe. Not really. That's unfortunate. Right, we only double up on surges if they draw cards, which they have not currently done. Where is Civic Peak? I would be lying if I said I was a believer in Civic Peak. I think we can still just take, I think we can just take... That's unfortunate. So give them Cranial Crush, I guess. And then we can swing Disable. We could also give them the Overswing here. And then we could make a Surge and swing Disable. So that we have a Surge for the following turn. I mean, it would be Disable for 12. We could give them Disable, attack them for 7, make a Surge. I like that better. We get to make a Surge and heave this after we attack them for 7. Seems fine. Yeah, no, I'm well aware of what it does. I play it in the Sage version of the deck. it feels very fine, even in the Sage version of the deck. So like I don't know, like if you're really that much of a believer and you'd like for me to put it in my list, and you can DM me about it. But like I Crown of Providence is like arguably one of the best headpieces ever printed for the game. So yeah, I'm playing it for good value. I don't know, Civic Peak is interesting to say the least. Oh, this is unfortunate. This is extremely unfortunate. We could block Crash and Bash and Pummel. I mean, we really just need to keep a card. We could kill the Sellsword after this anyway. 10 gifted and he adds it? That would be funny. Like, we could try to instability into something, I guess. Find something. Hey, what's up, Rob? Yeah, I don't know. You notice I, like, Flamori, I didn't say it was bad. I just said that I didn't entirely know that I was a believer and told you could, you know, message me if you like to convince me. I mean, I'm all about, like, you know, I'm all about like trying new things. Just need to know like what, because I feel like there are some matchups that's probably not very good in, and so I would be cutting Crown of Providence for that. Like, I don't feel like it's very good against like other Guardians per se. I think we can keep the instability. Oh, so it is good into Guardians. Interesting. It is good into Guardians. Yo, Rob, let's go, dude. Rob, thank you so much for becoming a member on YouTube. I appreciate that. 500 subs and we rift bound. Oh my god, bro. All right, so nothing to bonk them with. We're just going to Arsenal Eruption and set up. Okay. Unsheathed and Spoils of War. Slice and Dice. All right, so this is for 8. So I'd really like to keep a blue and Spinal Crush. Yeah, I was thinking that if we keep a blue and Spinal Crush, we can play the Solid Ground here. We can play the Seismic Eruption on our turn and then Arsenal disable. Shield and React is a clean, like Shield and Solid Ground is a clean cover. And then they're coming in for 5 on the follow-up. So, I mean, we could block Disable. Block Disable, Boots, and Chest. Could be fine. We could give all of the equipment to try and keep the play and set up here. That's right. Tell him, Rob. Which Able? Is there any consideration to giving them 2 copper here to play out my turn? So if I give them 2 copper, I mean, they've already blocked with a blood on our hands. And then we get to make a surge, throw this. Seems fine. I don't know. Because it's gonna go to it's gonna go to 6 here in just a second. Let's do it. Disable and legs is not enough. This is for 5. We would have to give disable and 2 pieces of equipment. You can't give 1 equipment. Wouldn't work very effectively. All right, so we activate this, play Spinal Crush, play Eruption, Arsenal, disable, and pass. Yeah, I mean, activating Chest and using Tech Plating for Dominate is fine. Like, that was pretty much always the play here. It was just about what do we block with. So now we keep a... So now if we're able to keep 2 cards, we can pummel the disable here. We can also block with Iron Fist Revelation to get a lot of value. So... I mean, there's no on hits, so I don't think it really matters. But there's, what, 1 Blood Follows Blade left? I think we can play around it here on the first one is fine. And then go from there. We can try to pummel the disable for next turn. Is the chat okay tonight? Flamoria plays a lot of Valda and is telling me how I'm playing it wrong. So, I mean, I'm not bothered by it. Like, I've often encouraged backseat gaming. What is the follow-up here? I mean, I think we're okay saying no blocks here. This is fine. And nobody believes? Who are you calling nobody believes? I'm playing the deck, bro. A week before Vegas, I'm playing the deck. Interesting. I mean, we're going to pummel the disable. And then we're going to take the turn off and we're going to kill the sellsword here. Or belching is so interesting. Personally, like the Iron Will Gauntlets, but I'm playing a more fatigue slop oriented list. I mean, that's fair. You're going to leave? I mean, okay. I'm playing a hero you like and you're going to leave? Like, if you have to work or something, I understand. But you're leaving because I'm playing poorly. That's interesting. Not even playing best deck in format Aurora? I know, Abby. I know. All right, so no disable, but they do discard a card to pummel. We catch up on life total a little bit, and we can try to take like a reset here. Hey, Gavin. Love you too, brother. I appreciate that. Blue pummel is definitely a choice of all time. I do not disagree with you. Time to play perfectly. Oh, they banished overcrowded. Is what they banished. Okay, so this is going to be for 10. Sheesh. All right, so we block 11. They're going to swing the dude. We're going to have to fall to 26 or 24, 23. And then when they swing the second dude, we're going to block. Or when they swing the second sword, saber, we're going to block. Not really doing much with our surges. Well, hopefully they draw a couple more cards here. Yeah, I mean, gore belching plus overcrowd is actually kind of interesting, right? Equip the peak. I mean, Valda seems really cool in the meta right now. It's a very interesting, like, meta pick. Are we playing that just for activations? Oh, no. They had... So they picked Go Again or Buff Weapon and Go Again. So this is 7 Go Again. Jarl's also on the list of things we're testing. But I feel like everybody's playing Jarl. Like, everybody and their brother's playing Jarl at PT. Oh, I really don't want to have to block with these. But I'm just not going to be able to ship them. And we're down 4 points right now. This is not great. We take 2. And then I'm going to take a turn off to heave. Yeah, it's very unfortunate the way that lined up. Very unfortunate. Drawing 2 of those. I mean, we still have one in our deck, which is fine. Oh, I hate going down 10 for like a setup turn, basically. Well, that's unfortunate. Not really sure what to do with this information. This is Guardian attack action. I'm noticing this happening a little bit more. I wonder if we're supposed to increase the attack ratios, maybe. I mean, I'm not trying just to block, but we are, in fact, room blading it up this game, and it's not lining up well. Yeah, these hands have been a little awkward. A lot of the Guardian things do say action, don't they, Drew? It is weird. I mean, we're gonna have to waste the seismic surges. We don't really have another option, unfortunately. This one is for 4, so I mean, we're just gonna cover a clean 4. Like, and the worst part is like we're literally just gonna attack for 3. Two of our specs lining up in one hand. I don't know. This matchup is interesting. All right, so they go to 26. We're gonna set up, and we're gonna need a big hand next turn. Okay. If they draw a card here, could be really nice for us. So Sharpen Senses is for 3. They have another Blade Flurry. They like almost have to, right? What if we said no blocks? We can't do it all. We can't play the Overswing and the Terrace Under. So we would have to Terrace Under and put them in their place. Let's no blocks and see what happens. Yeah, that goes to 5. Gets go again. We're going to drop to 10. Flamoria, buddy, like, I understand this is not how you would play the game. I like, if you would like to message me and offer some like constructive criticism, that would be great. Like, otherwise, it kind of just feels like you're a Twitter bot, just kind of complaining. Because I don't really feel like you're offering insight into what you would be doing, other than playing a completely different deck. And I already said that if you wanted to talk to me about different cards, you could message me. So I don't really understand what you're hoping to accomplish. I mean, we just have to go for it, right? All right, no follow-up, please. We need a big turn to get back into this game. Okay. Ian, I appreciate that, brother. I'm not very good at Valda, though. I mean, I'm not saying that, like, on some level, they're not, like, Lemuria is not wrong. Like, I don't play a ton of Valda, so... Maybe it is, Matt. Could be. Could be. Mutt. That's Mutt, not Matt. I apologize. Muscle Mutt. I like your name. Very well could be. Very well could be. All right, don't have one in Arsenal, please. I would like both of these to connect. Thanks, Drew. I appreciate that. What made me decide to play Valda? I mean, I think Valda's in a reasonably good place going to PT here in like next weekend. I think it's like in a reasonably good spot. And now we basically have no play this turn. All it feels like a random pile of Guardian bulk that somehow manages to work. I mean, yeah, you get some good cards though, right? Yeah. We'll just swing the hammer. Are you talking about in Sage? The Earthlore Bounty and the Magmatic Carapace was kind of cool. I wonder if there's a version of that that could work in CC. Okay. And I think all the Blade Flurries are gone. So, like, I don't think there's any more, like, random spikes of damage coming. But I don't know that we're going to be able to keep enough to do anything. I think we're just priced into blocking and swinging the hammer. God, I hate doing this. This is not what I signed up to do when I sat down to play Valda. I wanted to play a more aggressive Guardian. And I think that Valda probably has a better spot than like Aggro Jarl in the meta, but maybe I'm wrong. There's probably lots of believers in Aggro Jarl out there. All right, all right. Yo, is that 2 surges? Yo, we're cooking. If we weren't down 21, I might believe a little bit. I do really like red Aftershock and blue Aftershock. And like red Fault Line is a cool card. I like red Fault Line a lot, just as like a card in general. I'm playing 30 blues in this version of the deck, but I could see 33. Yeah, I think I'm just going to concede. I think this is just the game. I think we're just in a tough spot. Because, I mean, they would have had to have, like, bricked somewhere along the way, basically. Their ham was going to be pretty good the rest of the way. I mean, they didn't have any, like, crazy surprises left. Was there a world we could just fatigue them from there? With 2 no blocks? No, we were dead next turn. Just kidding. Just kidding. We were dead next turn. Yeah, they did have Raisin Army left in the deck if they ever generated more gold, so
you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
loss. I think I ended up playing to defensively and should have looked for more offense. A couple of no attack action hands hurt tempo. Rewatch game for better ideas. Okay. Let's take a look at the deck. Let's discuss things that could change. I think red disable is too good. I think red disable is too good to cut. Like, all of our main deck reds are pretty solid. Like, red main deck, main deck pummel, spinal, put them in their place, boulder drop. Tension in the air has been very good, but it can be very situational at times. Overswing has been sweet. Binding of the Old Ones is strictly for, like, Guardians, but it also has Heave on it. I wonder. I don't know. I do really like Aftershock. Like, I'm just trying to figure out like what red Aftershock would replace. Like, we need disruption into aggro decks, right? So I wonder if there's a world we could come off of Blow for a Blow. I wonder if we cut Pilfer. Like, do we just cut Pilfer entirely and Blow for a Blow? We can add Sledge to the sideboard for the Guardian Mirror. We're not on Tunic, which can make Sledge awkward at times. I wonder if we could play Shield Beater in this deck. Yeah, it would be red Aftershock. A lot of Valdas are off Surface Shaking, yep. The card in my arsenal was Overswing. We heaved it to try to set up and then missed on the attacks. Chokeslam could be something to consider. What is Chokeslam good into right now? Mario is on mostly pumps, so not there. Warrior doesn't care about Chokeslam. Slippy's not super relevant in the meta. Chokeslam would be good into Aurora with quick successions randomly. I don't know. I'm going to go to the drawing board and see what I can figure out tonight. Move some things around, try some stuff, see what happens. Because I really like Valda's positioning in the meta right now. Maybe AB2 is enough. Just play like No Room Boots and Gloves and like leave the shield in or something. I mean, 11 equipments is a lot, but I mean, that's just kind of how Guardian techs in a lot of ways is by running different equipment, I feel like. Lyeth and Rhinar. I haven't seen the pump auras and new things scare me. That's fair, Heck, though. That's fair. I don't know. If you guys have ideas, you can throw them in the Discord, ping me, you can DM me, whatever you want. I'm always happy to chat about this kind of stuff. I'm going to work on it and see what we can put together. Don't forget, if you are a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber, I put up a poll in the Discord for you to vote on. If you're a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber and you're not already in that special section of the Discord just for you, make sure you link Twitch or YouTube to the Discord so that you can have those in there. And go vote on what we're going to play on Thursday. I've got a short coming out for you guys tomorrow, and then we'll be back with some gameplay, whatever you guys vote on for Thursday. I'm going to continue working on the Valda deck, and then we may stream this weekend. I don't know what's going on this weekend. We will see what we could make happen. I'll take a look at this weekend and see what we can figure out. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys chilling. Oh, don't forget, if you're coming to Las Vegas, be one of the first 15 people to come see me. You get a Might token. You get a drinking buddy, and you get a Lightning Flow Aggro Blaze token. So make sure you come see me in Vegas. I'm going to have a bunch of this stuff with me. One of the first 15 people to come see me, you will get those. I'll bring them with me on Friday, and I'll be handing them out to people. So thanks for hanging out. Have a good night, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Take it easy, guys.